So, we're going to continue this level here, and we notice we haven't unlocked anything yet. We shall continue. Not sure how the little promo thingy is new. I don't like the color. I'm gonna change that real quick. I'm just gonna turn off that thing. Alright. I've noticed that your gadgets don't make sounds. Big mistake, rookie. The kids crave the beeps. You're right, Mr. Laser. We appreciate your veteran gaming expertise. Let's prepare our game device for audio capability. Wow, we are booting up, people. We got our coffee and everything here. A simple sound module should suffice for now, and we need to build up a sufficient supply. Produce at least 10 microphone speaker modules per week. So, we made a mistake last time. Building anticipation here. We made a mistake last time, and we only made the little beeper. And we didn't realize that we actually have to research the monophone speaker. When she is referring to, I mean, she says it right here, monophone speaker. But when I was reading it, I just kept on reading speaker, and I kept on thinking beeper. So yeah, we gotta hire some more people and to do a little bit of research. I'm inclined. So interestingly, they set us up with a lot of research desks, and I feel like this is way overkill here. So, without question, I'm just gonna get rid of these. It's taking up some space, and yeah, I don't think we need that much research going on. But I do want to see real quick what the values are for what kind of things can we actually research. So let's see. Enhanced battery is 9, metal case. I think a 6 is fine, and I've been doing wooden cases, and I don't see any reason to do anything more than that. So let's just put a basic workbench down. Let's put that down right there, and let's see. Let's grab this guy and rotate him, and just put him in the corner here, and let's actually move. Let's move this into corner, and we're gonna just put this, actually. All right, we're not gonna fiddle about too much here. All right, let's bring up our logistics here. Or wait, let's assign the wood case, and let's bring up the logistics here. We're gonna turn this in here, and we need some wood. And let's get some wood here. Oh wow, wood is expensive. We're still gonna go for it. Alright, so let's bring this back up. Oh, we need metal too. Alright, let's clear out everything that's not currently there. Alright, we're gonna put some metal right here. And you're gonna get metal from here. And you... Are there currently things in here? Oh, wooden case isn't available. Gotcha. Alright. Well, it's available now. So we can just turn off all these other things here so we don't get that little error thing. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hire 2 new people. Mueller. McTam. I like McTam. Let's do McTam. No question. Bum. Duran, Schwartz, Moser, Tam. Okay. Naturally, we're going to hire another Tam. They're actually going to be working together pretty closely. Hey, we could actually do a corner desk. We're doing a corner desk. We're going to flip these. I'm going to put a corner desk right there. Oh, yes. Actually, Yes. That's actually a really good example for lone skew. We're gonna do that guy. It's a good example, I think, of a corner, not desk, but the shelf. I think it's a good example of the use case for a corner shelf, actually. Alright, so, okay. I'm gonna plop this over here. And these, Alright. I really wish there was like a mirror of that, but... Can we move this out of the way? Alright, let's see. That's as close as it can go. Alright, so what if it were... Alright, hold on. Hold on. It is not a good example of a mirror. Or a corner thing, maybe. Alright, so if we stuck it over here, and we stuck... this thing... Oh my goodness. Our little kitty. She's so miserable all the time. After she eats, she just goes nuts. Nuts. And that is the exact, like, sort of thing that happens. Like, nuts. She becomes a wackadoodle. A wackadoodle. Alright. I don't like what we're doing here. We're fiddling about, and it's really not that big a deal. It's a shame. Oh well. We're not gonna fiddle about too much anymore. Let's just let it ride. Alright. Let that ride. Oh, Aterum! Hello! You're doing pretty good. How about you? Came to the start. Yeah! See, you found a reason for that corner shelf. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, and I don't know, I just kind of gave up on it. I really wanted the analyze desk and these guys to kind of work together, and you know what? Maybe we're gonna make it happen here. They're gonna walk a little bit longer, but let's just try that. We could even yeah, it's fine. There you go. Or maybe we could, yeah, something like that. Now we're getting fiddly. Oh, she's in the desk now. Okay. Enough fiddling about here. Okay. So we are going to be doing some research for the monophone speaker, which we did not do yesterday, and somebody reminded me that I needed to research it. So after you turned it in, Oterum, yeah, after you turned in last night, I assumed that the 10 monophone speakers was actually the beeper. So I produced like the beeper a bunch of times, and then nothing was happening, and then I kept on reading this, and I kept on reading beeper out of monophone speaker, and then I realized I must have never researched it. So yeah, we know what we're doing now. All right. So once this is done, this is not going to be the best place for this, probably. Let's see here. Maybe it should be somewhat in proximity to each other. Do we have room on this shelf? No, this shelf is pretty much full. They do kind of look the same. I just, I had assumed that the game already started us on the path, and it didn't. It was my own fault. I just did not. I didn't read anything. Yeah, the processors and the circuits, yeah. Yeah, I've been calling them processors too. Yeah, the circuits, they're not different enough. I mean, one's fatter, but I've been looking at this little ball thing and these two chips, and that's how I've been distinguishing both of them. And yeah, the beeper and the speakers probably shouldn't be blue Probably should be maybe red or something like that, just so it's a little bit more distinguished since this is green. And it's just nitpicky at this point. Yeah, all the LED thingies are, so they're a little bit of a different color. I think they're different enough to really notice, like, kind of get it like that. The late ones are even more hard to distinguish. Oh no. Yeah, I've been really tempted. I've been resisting it for the stream, but I've been really tempted to. I'm gonna fast forward. I've been really tempted to play the free play thing. I'm trying to like save it for like maybe next week. Yeah, I don't know how much of the campaign is going to be streamed. I kind of want to play through it. This has been like really fun. There's a lot of overlaps, I think, to the automation stuff, maybe to some of the game development stuff I'm going to be starting with, but it's a little less direct than like say StarCraft. And I haven't even played through the campaign for StarCraft 2. And that was kind of on the list I was thinking about, but I've been absolutely entranced with this game. I just played free play after finishing the campaign. Yeah, that was kind of my plan, to kind of get introduced to everything really slowly. It's the one thing I really wish that Factorio had, like right now, was a proper campaign to introduce yourself into everything. Yeah, I know they're working on the campaign now for Factorio. 68. Campaign gives an overall of the game, so it prepares you for the for a better free play experience. Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, so one thing I was kind of surprised at was so we were gonna make a new gaming device. Actually, we should probably work on that now while we're waiting for the produce thing, or the research thing to be completed. What were we calling this? React? Oh, yeah, let's duplicate it. Let's discard this. Oh, it went up now. Yeah, so here's the beeper I thought that we needed. Let's duplicate this, and we're actually producing this now with the beeper speaker now. And it turns out we actually didn't need it at all. But, oh well, I suppose. Alright, so this one is gonna have the proper, when this one is done. But I was a little, oh wait. Oh, it was a last game. Actually, or was it the battery? Yeah, this takes up 3. Okay, no, it was definitely the data storage. So the small register bank and the next one, not that, here, crafting, not the blueprint module. No, we don't have it unlocked. This one and the next one are only like the 2 sad noises. What was that in reference to? Because the delay. I forgot what I said. Oh, probably because of I'm making the things with the beeper. I've already implemented it. Wah wah. Making the beeper, yeah. 94%. Okay, so this is probably going to be a prerequisite. 96. Thinking maybe like right here. And done. Okay. So we don't forget, let's go ahead and do the next thing. I don't know what the game's going to ask for next. Actually, I think I'm going to wait. Alright, so maybe we will have an additional analysis desk. And this guy will just transfer from direct research to analysis here. Boom. There we go. Now we're being productive. We have to select wood case. Okay, you're gonna get your cases from here. Good. Okay, so what do we need now? Electronics workbench. We'll make the speaker. Just stick this right. Oh no. We have a block here now. Go away. It was not overlapping that one before, so I'm just gonna stick this. And stick this over here. Okay. So, what else do you need? Screws! Or metal sundries. Excuse me. So we have plastic on this rack. Oh my goodness. Okay. And we're probably gonna have to move our speaker stuff over there. Oh man. The scale is scaling up. It's starting to get stressful. Alright. We're just gonna plop these guys right in the corner. Alright, so... What is this guy? What was this guy using? Circuits and electronic bits. He needs electronic bits and not circuits, but this guy needs circuits anyway. Okay. And it needed stacks of plastic. That was the convenience factor that I was using. Love that island of shelves in the middle of all the workstations. Yeah. This is a good use of the corner shelves. And this one too, you know? Uh-oh. Oh, it's just overly satisfied. That's good, because these guys need more plasticky things. So let's go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna need a corner shelf. Alright, we're finding more and more uses for corner shelves. So we're probably gonna be sharing resources with more stuff as we expand. So let's go ahead and pop open our logistics. So delivery of these plastics will also go over there. Okay. And you need regular plastic, you need these fancy plastics. That makes sense. Okay, so you also need circuits and electronic thingies. Okay. So this shelf, you're gonna get these beeps, and you're gonna grab the beeps from there. Alright, I think some basic stuff we're gonna put on a medium shelf over here, and everybody's just gonna kind of share some of these, and we're gonna have a logistics person go around and drop some of that stuff off. So we'll pop that there, and I don't know. Actually, that technically this should connect everything, so alright, that should be okay. Okay, so this shelf will be the input for everything over here. So the first things that we need are plastics and circuits and whatever these screws things are. Okay, so circuits are going to be over here, and we know that metal and plastic are the base points for circuits, so we'll plop that right there. Let's see, what else does this guy need? Electronic-y things. Okay, drop some of those in there. Okay, what else does this guy need? And then the metal screws. Okay, so let's see what can make. All right, basic workbench. All right, so it's a very. Oh, my headphones. They've run out of power. Hold on. Emergency battery compartment right next to me. Oh, good. I transferred it transferred a already somewhat dead battery into my headphones. These headphones, for some reason, when the battery is basically just about out, it like goes and I can't I can't even concentrate. All right. Anywho, all right. So this is where the ooh, what's that? A rod. Can we buy a rod? Okay. Guess we have to make a rod. Okay. We have a Discord. Just noticed that. Joining. Yeah. I do have a Discord. Nobody's in there yet. I figure, you know, I can start building it now, you know, and as people join, we can start populating some stuff now. I was kind of hoping to like do like game jam stuff and whatnot, but obviously we need a bunch of people, but we gotta start somewhere, right? Okay, so metal and okay. I love making the corner things. I really want to make a corner thing, but all right. So the screws need these little metal things. Actually, you know what? I really like the design of this. I like this hallway right here. For all the logistics people, even though logistics people keep going out here too. But I like this this sort of double aisle thing that's going on. All right, +1. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Now I have a reason to pop on there. All right, we're gonna rotate you. All right, a little too close. Alright, these guys are going to become really good friends right here. And boop. And you're going to get your metal piping right here. And the output is going to go right next to it. Or pick up. Alright, it's going to go right here. Now, this is going to go right here. And some logistics person's going to pick this up. And you're gonna get your thing from there. Okay. So plastic. Gonna go there, and you're gonna get your plastic from there. And the output. Yeah, these are cheap. Why not? Yeah. I mean, we can come up with stuff to discuss. I'm still trying to decide exactly what the game design stuff is going to be. Initially, I'm going to be making, I guess, decisions on what we're going to do there. But I'm hoping, you know, as people join in, they kind of go, yeah, I would like to do this or do that. Like one of my inspirations is actually Day9 TV. He went to school for game design, and he does like this 30-day sort of thing. So I don't want to necessarily do the same thing, but he has like a community of people that includes like some developers who want to go and start a project together. So he's definitely up there in my inspiration of like what the community could offer, I guess, for each other and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be pretty exciting. Alright, so you're unhappy about the electronic parts. Okay, there you go. Alright, and now the next thing is circuits. And let's use our new fancy workbenches. Plop this right here. Or do we do one of these? And if we do that, we're kind of mimicking this thing over here. Oh no, let's make this whole thing again. This is beautiful, I have to say. I like this one a lot, this little area. Yeah, this is my intention to take my time with it. You know, only streaming 3 times a week for 3 hours at a time. I mean, my goal, a goal is to hit affiliate and start transitioning a little bit more time to dedicate, but you know, one step at a time. All right, so metal and that. Okay, so somebody's gonna move metal and plastic into here, and you. Oh wait, I can't make circuits with that. Chemistry table. Okay. Boop boop. Chemistry table. I have a question for you, Oterum. So I kind of realized something a little later last night about their interface and their tools. So they have like this move tool and this deconstruct button. And the fact that you hit it to toggle it on is very reminiscent of a like a city builder kind of game. So I wonder how much inspiration they actually took from city builder games versus the sort of smaller scale micromanagement games like I don't know, what is that game? It's just totally leaving me right now. Astronauts, I suppose. You can advertise your channel stream on the Good Company Discord. Some people do it. Oh, I'll have to check that out. And thank you for the suggestion. I'll have to check that out. I still need to get on their Discord. Okay. Alright, I don't actually want to do this shelf anymore. I want to do a medium shelf. I want to use a little bit more variety here. Alright, so that's going to ruin all of these guys, but that's okay. Alright, so metal, plastic, and we don't need machine thingies or electronic parts. We want that, we want that. And the output will go here for the screw. And metal and plastic. And circuits will also go onto here. We want 2 piles. I guess we'll worry about that in a minute. Okay, and we gotta reconnect them over here. Nope. I have no idea. I haven't talked with them about it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Screws and plastics are coming from there, and you want circuits, right? No, somebody wants circuits. You want circuits. Why does this one feel more advanced to me? Maybe it isn't actually more advanced, but it feels more advanced to me. Okay. So circuits will go there. Okay. Alright. So I think this will complete it. Alright, so we need to hire 4 more people. Alright. The beeper feels more advanced because it requires a 2nd tier plastic and a circuit board, which requires 2 base elements, where the monophone speaker requires 1 step device, like the little screw thing. I mean, it does require the beeper, but it seems strange to me. I figure the beeper would require basic plastic and the screw, and then the monophone speaker would require a circuit and the next level plastics. I guess it doesn't matter in the end because they end up kind of together, but it feels more advanced to me. I mean, it does, in all fairness, it does require the beeper as a base component, but Noel Murphy Nikolov. Johansson, Ozols, Henriette's. Henriette's, I like that. That's weird. I love these names here. Ozzles. Let's do some Ozzles. Ozzles, you're gonna make circuits. You seem like a circuit kind of man. Johansson, you're gonna do some circuits as well. And Reed, you're gonna make screws. Okay, and then we don't have any logistics people. Lynch, you're gonna be a logistics person over here. Okay, so now we do need an additional logistics thingy. We'll just stick it right here for now, I guess. Okay, so we should see them start doing things. Yeah. It needs a previous tier, so I mean that's technically makes it more advanced because it consumes everything before, and because we're together, so it doesn't. I suppose it doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's just my Factorio brain. Like in Factorio, I think it's tier 2 things require tier 2 components, and tier 1 things require tier 1 components, and it's kind of everything kind of stays consistent that way. All right, we have a lot of research here, so this man needs to head back into research here, and we're just gonna pick something because we have a lot of research. I know the register array is a little bit more advanced to build, but it consumes the same amount of space in the frame. So we're just gonna... this guy is not in range. Okay, that's okay. We can afford another logistics unit. Plop that right there, and that should fix that little logistics problem. I think I want to hire another person for logistics here. Steinbach. Wackowiak. Right, Wackowiak. You're gonna be on this logistics. And just so we have at least one person per logistic-y thing, Betts. I'm gonna bet on you, Mr. Betts. You can be on that logistics. That's the kind of company this is. We're just gonna keep hiring people. If you're just joining us here, we're playing Good Company, and this is a novice company, so welcome to the company. We are trying to ramp up with the what is this called? Monophone speaker. I've said it like at least 7 times and I've forgotten what we're doing. Or at least what it's called. I know what we're doing. We're just less so what it's called. So let's see. You're selling that, you're selling that. So I guess now that we've unlocked the mono speaker, we can continue editing our 5003 version. Oh, it's a block. And we can start integrating our little speaker thingy. So I guess the market appeal doesn't want the speaker, and I'm assuming because the market appeal only works with 3, this is going to end up removing one of these. So I'm just going to wait, I guess. I'm going to fast forward a little bit and check out the production here. This will be the delivery. From point of game design, is there a thing as too much content? Because we doing mods, we're talking earlier with the devs, and we were discussing adding TVs, fridges, washing machines, etc. Would that be too much? So it's an interesting question, because the first thing that I try to do in this game, I tried to make a blueprint that wasn't already defined. So basically an undefined blueprint where I can make anything I want, and I can call it whatever I want. And the specific thing I was trying to do was it was in the beginning of the campaign, before I saw this sort of research tier thing. this whole thing right here. And I assumed that, oh, there's my other battery. I knew the battery was already almost dead. Hold on, I'm sorry. There we go. Solid light in this one. Alright, that shouldn't happen again. So I had assumed that as a blueprint person, we are running into a problem. As a blueprint person, that I was in charge of upgrading the batteries, or designing new batteries. So the question for too much content, I think, is actually, for me, it's a different question. Do you prevent the player from creating their own content? And from one point of view, it's hard to manage because the market is designed after, this is the market. The market is designed on particular types of devices, or attractive devices. So I could see like home furnishing and things like that, and it would technically be endless. But I'd be kind of interested in exploring the blueprint system as a list of components. So if I go into here and edit, this sort of combination of things where you can change the appearance of things, change the casing of something, and changing the modules, so the things that make up that thing, and then these modules being associated with a quality value. I think with those three things and their associated list inside of each of those things, you can make anything. And I guess the challenge to that question is, Soren game. Soren in game. Thank you for following. Yeah, so the question I would have is, do you limit the player from creating things that are defined, or do you allow the player to kind of create their own things that can be defined into anything? So too much content reminds me of Factorio. And in the case of Factorio, the content is limited to your oh no, it's Spanish. Thank you for fighting for indie games. Keep it up. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's Soren in game. I don't know Spanish, or is that French? It looks like French actually. Merci. Merci is in Spanish. Yeah, this game is awesome. If you haven't played it yourself, it's definitely worth checking out. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Okay. So I feel like I didn't really answer your question, Oterim. Actually, I was starting to move on to the Factorio thing. So, the blueprints, I think, in this game are actually a solution for the problem I have with Factorio, where Factorio, the ending point is basically launching the rocket, but then nothing comes of that. And as a player who has an inherent interest in automation and optimizing the environment, that becomes a sort of self-fulfilling sort of objective. Excuse me. Excuse me. Shocking coughs. And for me, that is a really engaging thing. I love like trying to optimize things and scaling up the factory and all that kind of stuff, and that's really, really fun. But I'm not sure how many people are into the scale and growing the factory versus like having these sort of objectives to meet that the game kind of describes to you. And this sort of problem solving as you go, as you're trying to scale up the factory, kind of creates your own objectives, but it kind of requires the player to kind of make up their own objectives or find problems with their designs. Oh my gosh, everyone's just hanging out. Target inventory is full. All right, let me resolve this. real quick here. Okay, hold on. So the target inventory is full. I'm assuming, yeah, all right. So there's too many screws and there's too many little pipes, and these screws aren't being used anywhere because we haven't hired enough people. That might be Volanth. You are the first. Yep, we didn't hire somebody for that. There we go. That should solve that problem. Okay, so this, to me, feels a lot like Factorio in that there are these sort of micro problems, these problems that exist with the logistics of the design that you created. And in this case, the limited space kind of creates these little restrictions. And while you are performing the performance of the player is still ultimately the same, where you kind of come up with these little patterns and stuff, and I'm trying to mimic the patterns that I came up with up here as well. But then you start creating these restrictions on those patterns, and then you have to adapt and change up your pattern a little bit. And that's very similar to Factorio. But in this, the second layer that gets you to do something else is this blueprint. And the blueprint thing, I think, is the thing that Factorio needs. Not that Factorio needs a market where you have to create a product and things, but this sort of driving force that causes you to change everything and it being generated dynamically is, I think, that objective generator that as a player you or I might kind of come up with ourselves. Yeah, this game kind of forces you to do that, so you have to keep up with the market demand, else you go bankrupt. Yeah, and then you also have funds. In Factorio, if you just sit there in your factory, everything's fine. And so you have like electrical problems, and you have resource problems because you haven't upgraded to lasers yet, or and you have to create more ammunition, and those become sort of resource issues. So now we're growing our production per week. Those become resource issues, which is very similar to the finances in this game are actually to me a lot more like a resource. There's only so much of it that exists, because it's based on time, and if you spend too much and then you kind of make mistakes, you can end up putting yourself into like a bankruptcy sort of position, kind of like in SimCity and other city building games. All right, so we are making them. Oh, we have to hit the rate of 10. So I think we can hit the rate. We just have to make sure we aren't hitting bottlenecks. So, excuse me. So as far as bottlenecks go here, what kind of bottlenecks might we be hitting? All right, so the beeper is waiting on... Trying to figure out what the bottleneck is here in the corner. All right, so the beeper guy is waiting on something. The beeper guy needs circuits. Oh, he needs electronic parts, and the electronic parts are going to the wrong location. Okay, electronic parts need to go into here, and then you need to get your electronic parts from there. Okay, that should resolve that. Yeah, it's an interesting relationship of systems. And it's one of the reasons I love Factorio so much. For me, it's like, it feels like training to come up with your own projects and things. Like I mentioned one of my, in a few streams ago, I'm not sure if you were here, Oterum. Let's see, logistics port covers that area. Logistic port covers that area. Yes, it covers this guy. This guy is the one that is receiving all the raw materials. Yeah, because my idea was to make a mod that would introduce unlimited products modules, and I don't know if that would be healthy to the game or not. Unlimited products or modules. So the problem that could come up, what was that for? Research project. The problem that I could see is if you don't limit to the scope, then you can just make infinite sort of batteries, but then the player's objective then would be where would that end? And I think if it could tie into the market, I think it would end up working, because what it would end up being is, instead of it being a Pocket PC or a calculator or a game device, companies would end up looking at your company for resources. And I think it would be really interesting, just like in Factorio, when you get to like the really, really big, large-scale mega bases, as Reddit calls it, you end up having these cell factories that are specifically producing circuits. And it would be interesting if there was like a sort of large map, and I don't know what happens in the free play, but it would be interesting if you can buy property and you can make different components of your company. You can keep expanding your company to focus on not just final products like game machines and I guess the new more content like refrigerators and things, but if you can actually make circuits and sell it to other companies, and you can make better circuits and more circuits and better batteries and have longer battery life and things. And just like in technology today, there's only so much you can do before it becomes increasingly more challenging to keep upgrading your batteries and things. But it would be interesting if you can create your company to be a resource for different components or elements that other people can put together. That's exactly what is in free play. Ooh, that's exciting. That is really exciting. But I'm assuming you can sell like circuitry and stuff like that, but there isn't a market for it, right? Is that right? Okay, we're still hitting a bottleneck. All right, so inventory is full for this. Gotcha. Okay, and now you're not making any because we don't have enough people to kind of move it from here to here. I'm just gonna... Oh, that's weird. I can take stuff out of the inventory, even if I'm not near it, but I can't put stuff back in. Where's that long reach mod that's in Factorio? But that would be really, really interesting. I definitely would like to see Blueprints taking more of a abstraction than these defined sort of products. Like it would be kind of interesting if if the modules had properties, and actually there's a groundwork in the game here. Actually, this could be a thing. This might actually be part of the solution. And instead of creating the refrigerators, they actually already have this category called drawbacks. Inside of the drawbacks, we have elements that could describe these products that the market is demanding. So for example, a refrigerator. What is a refrigerator? It requires electricity, and there's a volume that they contain and allow you to store things in it. Inside of that volume or that container, you have to cool it. And you also have to create insulation. So right there are some properties that define the demand for market. So how well does it insulate? How cooling efficiency or even energy efficiency. So if the market had particular like sort of generic things that they look for, you can already use the information here like heat loss and fragility and things like that to kind of describe the quality of the product or the elements of the product. You can sell any modules, but there's a limit of total modules you can per week. That is not shown, but the dev said it's around 50 or 500. I don't remember exactly. Interesting. Yeah, you can make anywhere, you can take anywhere, but not put back. It's a known bug that I discovered 2 weeks ago, and the devs know it. Yeah. And one thing that I think I was actually with you, I was talking about, it's a little annoying when you destroy something, it pops into your inventory, and I can't move base stuff, because it ends up, you know, like the logistics stuff like ends up filling in the demands too quickly, and now I have this inventory that I can't really do anything with. And I think you mentioned to me yesterday there's a trash can, and I just haven't unlocked the trash can yet. I would like to not waste my money though. And I suppose besides like dumping a shelving rack and then just dumping my inventory in that, and then just having like them logistics things kind of sending those things out, I guess short of that, there isn't much of a solution. Like in Factorio would have a container, pop a little extruder thingy or an inserter and onto a conveyor belt and just connect it to a conveyor belt, you know? So that's like a logistics connection. So if we could just pipe it into logistics for it to be a resource to grab resources from, that would probably actually work. Yeah, if you can put it in a place that materials come in, doesn't it work? Haven't tried that. So I have metal right here. I'm pretty sure I can't put stuff in the incoming. And if I do, it becomes because it's satisfied. And the stacks have a limit. And if I hit plus one more, then this stack won't turn into 120, right? It stays at 60, but it adds another slot here. So I think I'd have to plop this here, but now, even though it says 1, it technically fills 2, I think. It'd be interesting to see if this disappears over time. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's solve this. We keep getting distracted with this fun game design talk here. All right. Whew. Alright, so this guy needs the beepers, and the beepers are those things, and everything is here, and I'm assuming... no. Okay. Oh, alright. There is a bad connection. Oh my goodness, look at that terrible connection there. And that. I don't know how those got connected. Okay. We're gonna fix this right now. Alright, that's gonna go in there, and you're gonna get your things from there. I swear I already did this, but I must have made a mistake. It's not the game's fault. 100% it's my fault. I don't think, hey, it's Legacy, welcome back. I don't think logistic points cover all shelves. So the problem looks like, as I rubbed my mouse over here, this was being delivered down here for some reason. And I think that was lingering because this shelf I brought in from somewhere else. And the other bits were, for some reason, it was still trying to get plastic parts from all the way down here. And I thought I had fixed that, and I probably didn't. I probably didn't actually fix it. And same for circuits. It was trying to grab it from all the way down here. And it was just connected to the wrong thing. So you're half right. The logistic points need to cover the source, not the receiver. They need to cover both, right? This is blue. I haven't noticed that before. Does blue mean something? No. Why are these green? That one's blue. If I stuck this right here, still blue. Okay. Because it needs, the logistics need to understand where to put stuff and where to get stuff from. So this one's covering that, this one's covering that. Covered, and this one's blue for some reason. I don't know why it's blue. Is it because it's selected? Oh, it had like a little highlight, or I had it selected somehow. Oh, that's weird. It went away now. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we are at 7 out of 10. I think it's going to start growing. I think we've fixed all my mistakes. The back 2 shelves. It doesn't... Oh, it does need to. This needs to go here. That's why that's happening. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you, It's Legacy. So I think I can actually plop this, like, over here in the corner. Maybe not. Yeah, we can't do that. But we can plop it right here. It's still out of the way. Actually, it would be really out of the way right there. Boom. Cool. Thank you. The logistics guy, that's it from a shelf near. Any shelf that doesn't matter how far or if destination shelf is under a logistics port. How far or if destination shelf is under. So the destination shelf doesn't have to be under a logistics port. That's interesting. I feel like it should, but... Well, it's part of the network now. 9? Oh, we're going down now. Do we have to make 2 of these? 9? Huh? We're still at 9. Are we gonna hit 10? Are we gonna hit 10? Let's see. Alright, so the outputs of this, is this going to the right place? Should be going to the right place. Yeah, it's going to the shelf. Okay. Oh my goodness, we're so close to 10. Oh, I'm sorry, Oterum. I keep forgetting to turn off the bot thing. I'm not sure why and what it's having an issue with. So sorry about that. It doesn't take any actions, it just prevents it from being displayed. I don't know what it is, like BRB or something, or TF or something. I'll have to fix it during our break. We'll take a quick little break in a few minutes here. We're just gonna take a few minutes, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes or something like that. The bot picks up on S. I kind of want to turn it off. I was just afraid that, I don't know, some younger person might come in and be like, oh no, and then just start spamming or something. Oh, for assembly. Really? So what about assistant? Wow, that's really bad. That's terribly inefficient. That's just the default parameters for the... I didn't touch the bot besides just turn it on. Alright, I have to turn that off. That's really frustrating. I could probably put it in the whitelist, but then assessment will then trigger it, or association. Well, association is C's, right? No, it's S's. Alright, we are not hitting 10. Okay. So we need electric components, which tells me we need to hire maybe one more person for efficiency, because I'm not going to redesign this. Bogdani. Borg. I always hire Borg. This one? Yeah. I want you to be concerned about this guy. Is the mission producing 10 modules or 10 products with that module? No, I mean, I don't have it integrated yet because there isn't a market demand just yet. It's just doing, because it's already climbing, right? It's up 9 out of 10. It's just producing them. And oh, I don't have it being sold. I was trying to get it to sell so that the inventory doesn't get trapped or bottleneck there. Alright, I might have to actually move some of this inventory. Let's do that right now. And plop this in here? Why not? Okay. I put it in this one? Alright. Why can't I put that in there? That's strange. I know I can sell them, but it's only letting me sell one stack. Do I have to do this thing? Ugh. Make it a second one? Huh. Interesting. I don't know why that's happening. So a tip, you can see how many seconds it takes to make one. One day is 15 seconds, so you can see how many workstations you need for that. Decrease the bandwidth of the products. Okay, so now that person's moving it. Alright, so 15 seconds per day. This is producing stuff for every 4 seconds. Which would be 4 and 4 is 16, right? Yeah. So it's producing 4 per day. So 4 times, is it a work week or 7 days? 4 times 7 is 26. It should be fine. I can multiply. 28. We got there eventually. Alright. 5 and 5, yeah. Kind of hard to believe. This should be producing 28, because we can produce 4 per day, 7 days a week. Logistics, click on the outgoing zone. Click on a product. Down arrow? Oh crap. Down arrow. I don't get it. Logistics mode, okay. Oh. Increase bandwidth, decrease. So why would I want to decrease bandwidth? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to decrease bandwidth? So what does bandwidth mean in this case? As a endpoint, what is bandwidth? Oh, of the game device. Oh, I see. So you're saying the game devices are demanding... Oh, I see. Oh, cool. Oh, okay, I get you. Alright, I get it now. Okay, so it's queued up all these game devices. Okay, so I was kind of expecting... If the slots were empty, it just fills as stuff is coming in. I didn't realize there would be a bandwidth. That's interesting. So you can increase the others, the spaces it occupies, yeah. I assumed that, graphically speaking, because the grayed out icons were just a package and not a grayed out icon of what product that slot was expecting, that I can put anything in there. But this is an interesting sort of thing. I think I would prefer it to be more ambiguous, where you don't have this decreasing bandwidth. I think I'd prefer the game just kind of, just as stuff comes in, just dump it in there. And it becomes a logistics problem that the player has to figure out. That's how it works, so you have full control of it, yeah. I mean, the full control is nice. 3. Yeah, I don't know. That's one aspect of Factorio that's really chaotic. That, I don't know, I kind of like It's useful for complex production lines. Okay. We'll give it a chance and see how it feels. So, knowing that, these have bandwidth then, right? Yeah. Oh, I've been doing it all wrong. Okay. So, you can do it this way. And something that I found is that in order to also do it, if I have the products, so if I grab one... Wow, this guy is so efficient. He's like, I got one job. I gotta move it from here to here. And he's got this job down. If you include the object in each slot, it'll increase the bandwidth that way too. Wow, I didn't even realize this. Like graphically, I never put those things connected. I never connected those things. So interesting. So this can increase and decrease bandwidth that way. Cool. I'm just I'm like thinking if the graphic were designed a different way, how else could it be described? Don't worry, I only learned this at level 5. Yeah. Bandwidth is an interesting tool. It's an interesting tool, I have to say. So where are you putting your... Oh, the research thing is over there. All right. I want to stop sending it over there. And since this is an extra analysis desk, I want the wooden cases to go to this, and you can grab... Oops, wrong way. You can grab them from there, and you can grab them from there. Okay. I'll just grab these real quick. Okay, so then using this now, we'll select this. Boom! Look at that. Using the tools in the game. Don't forget that in the time you need to add walk time and time it takes to take modules from the shelves. Oh yeah, I know. I'm just dumping stuff in. Okay, we are really hitting this bottleneck. As you are telling me right now, the walk time, we are never gonna hit 10 at this rate. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. Let's get real here. Okay. Let's expand this a little bit. All right, so, okay, hold on. All right. Maybe we should just move this whole thing over here, and then it'll be fixed. That'll decrease the walk time. Let's just do that. That should be a little easier to do. All right. You're probably like telling me to do that right now. You may need another table. Fun expression. Enough dilly-dallying. Or what did you say? Yeah, enough dilly-dallying. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. I don't know where I heard that from. I heard it at some point. I think this will be an improvement. This will decrease the walk probably by half for the logistics people. And this guy, he has a good job. I think he's associated with this one, right? Oh, there's two people. Okay, she's moving that. All right, this guy, we're gonna move you to this one. Just add another table. Yeah, I might just do that. Okay, so do I add 2 more tables to hit 10? Let's see. That just seems so excessive. We should be hitting 24. So first question is this thing bottlenecked? because it might just be how far he has to walk for some of those resources. We moved the wrong shelf. Let's move this shelf over here. This guy will go here. This guy will go here. Alright, so now he has a lot less area to walk. I mean, we should be producing 28 a week. Just from one table. Alright, I'll make another one. We don't need a chemistry table. I don't know why I made that. Let's see. What do we need? Basic workbench, right? Nope. Electronics. Okay. So this guy is going to be beepers, and we're going to deconstruct this pause, and we're going to put another corner table here, and this is just going to be the outgoing shelf. Mono speaker, and let's pop into logistics. So this shelf is going to have the beeper, and this is where you're going to get your beepers from, and you're going to get your plastics from here, and you're going to get your screws from here, and you have kind of a long walk. That's okay. We're adding in a whole other table. Should be fine. It's fine. Oh, I made a boo-boo over here. Nobody can walk. Alright. That's okay. We can fix it. Is this thing... Are we even using this anymore? I'm pretty sure we're not using this. Okay. Yeah, we're not using it. This trash shit is confusing me. Goodbye. Alright. Alright, so this guy is unhappy now. You're gonna plop that right in there. Okay. Oh wait, no. I don't want him walking so far. Alright, you know what? And disconnect that, and this is gonna go into the small shelf, and this guy is gonna drop his into the small shelf as well. We have one logistics guy who's the sole responsibility for moving the mono speakers. He can do it. Okay. Oh, we need to hire people. Tables aren't going to do anything without anybody there. Alonzo. You're going to make beepers, and Morgan Michael Popescu, you're going to be doing mono speakers. Go for it. Alright, let's fast forward. Alright, there's no way we can't not make the 10 at this point. Ooh. There we go. Instantly. As if it was the solution the whole time. Alright, great job. We now have everything we need to profit in the next market phase. Wow, you're really in control of this quest of yours, Carrie. I don't suppose I can help out around here at all. I could install a couple of the old cabinets in the corner there. I bet you'd be an ace at Fatal Fighter 5. That must have been somebody at the developer's favorite game or something. Come now, Mr. Laser, we have a job to do. Call me Bob. Mr. Laser, if you please. We don't have time for your old games. We need to focus on our production. Let's get back on topic. For the next market phase, we need a new product design that has a sound quality of at least 1.2. Nothing is required 1.2 at this point. Once we earn at least 5,000 Gs per week with these improved game devices, our production here should be stable. And on that, let's go on a little break.